everyone, my name is Tracy
And I'm Oscar.
and Gwion is the person who's in charge of filming, and we are going to be making you a little nature program every week during April to tell you about the kinds of things that we're doing to get connected to nature, because lots of us at the moment are stuck inside, probably a bit more than we'd like to be, and it's a fantastic time where nature is really coming alive because it's springtime, isn't it? So what have we been doing this week, Oscar? What have we been planting? Seeds. Sometimes he doesn't like talking and he points at me to do the talking. So these are the things that you're going to need if you want to plant some seeds. It's a really good time to plant seeds now, and then they'll grow hopefully by the summertime. So the first thing you're going to need is some compost to grow in. Now we're lucky because Oscar's dad makes his own compost, so we've got a big pot of this and it's a bit lumpy, so seeds don't grow so well in that because they're so little. So what you'll need is a little bit of that
And a little of that.
and a little bit of this one, which you can buy in most supermarkets now. I noticed even our local corner shop has got some compost now, so and that's a little bit finer, so it's easier for the seeds to grow in it. And then you're going to need some containers for the seeds. And we have these old seed things, plant pots around the house. You might have those. But for seeds, because these are important, because once you get some roots out of the plants, you need to have gaps at the bottom so that the water doesn't get stuck in there. But for seeds, because they don't really have much roots really at the beginning, you could use any containers like a yogurt pot or something like that. A little tray is fine. And of course you need some seeds. So we've been looking at lots of different kinds of ones. Some nasturtium flowers. They're really colourful for the bees. And what else have we grown? Some chard and some herbs. We've had some sage and some coriander. And I think some on that side. Oh, and we grew some salad leaves as well, because that's something really nice you can pick and add to your dinner.
Grow this.
And I think Gwion grew some cress in the eggshells, which we're going to show you later. Okay, so once you've got all your things, we're going to show you exactly then what we did with it. The only other thing you're going to need is, once you sow the seeds, is they need to get a little bit of water. And with seeds, the most important thing is they don't get too wet. So you just want to keep the earth nice and moist. So every day, maybe in the mornings and the evenings, you give them a little bit of water. And we think this bottle is really good. If you don't have a special sprayer, this is a really good kind of bottle because it doesn't come out too fast, the water. Okay, so we're going to show you now what we've done to grow our seeds.
To grow your seeds, you're going to need some really nice compost to grow them in. We use some old compost and we put that at the bottom of all of the pots. And then we get our hands muddy, which is something we really enjoy doing. We half fill them with the old compost, and then we add some finer compost from the packet on top, making sure we break up any clumps, because a little seed is going to find it hard to grow through that.
A little bit of the soil left in on top, just on the tops, see? Like that. Just take your time now, because we don't want to lose this one, alright? In on top like that. Whoops. Yeah, a bit on top of all of them.
What's I food in your hand?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Looks like it. But can we do one at a time?
There's a massive bit.
Wow, that's big. Go on, put it in. Break it. Can you break it up like that? Like kind of break it like that, so it's all breaks up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want the seeds to be able to grow in it.
I'll do that one.
Okay.
And now it's time to sow your seeds. But before you can sow them, you need to buy them. And you can buy seeds in most supermarkets now. You'll need to read the instructions on the back about when to grow them and how long they'll take. The instructions will also tell you what they need, whether they grow indoors or outdoors. We've started with sunflowers. Sunflower seeds are easy to grow, they're quite big. And we put them in the soil and drizzle a tiny bit of earth over the top. And then we water them, not too much water, we don't want them to drown, but just enough like they're having a nice big drink. If you like cooking, you might want to think about growing your own herbs. We've been growing sage, coriander and basil most years now. We have some small plant pots because we're going to keep them in the kitchen. Some of these herbs will need lots of warmth and sunlight. The other thing you might want to think about growing is your own salad leaves. We use a big trough, a long trough to grow these in. And when you cut them, they grow again. We can plant new seeds every 30 days.
Look at these ones. These are very different. So this is called chard.
I love chard.
So it says.
I love the picture.
So
I don't like.
These ones we're gonna just do in one row down the middle. So we're gonna put one there, sort of one like that all the way along.
Now it's time to get a bit crafty. You can decorate your plant pots and even make your own signs using lollipop sticks or bits of plastic like we cut off the top of a yogurt pot. Write the name of the seed and make your own design.
Here are some seeds that we started growing 4 or 5 days ago. Whoops! And if you look really closely, you can see they're starting to come up. So these are our mixed salad leaves. So they're really tiny when they come up, and you've got to be so gentle with them because you can see how tiny they are. They could easily get squished in our hands. So we're going to do a quick water of them. Do you want to do the watering, Oscar? Well, Mummy's going to do it. So this is the way we tend to water, just a little bit over the top, a little bit. Now with the seeds at this time of year, because it's still quite cold outside in the evenings, we've been keeping all of our seedlings in the house. So if you've got any windows that get lots of sunlight, or we've got some of ours by the kitchen door, just as much sunlight as you can, because what seeds love is to be warm and a bit moist. And that's the perfect thing. When they're dark, warm and moist, then they will actually come alive and start growing into little plants.
It's already alive.
In about 30 days we'll have lots of salad leaves here, so we look forward to showing you a little bit of these seeds every week. We could do that, couldn't we?
Can you grow cress in an eggshell? The first thing you need to do is get an empty shell. It can be cooked or uncooked, but needs to be cleaned. Then pop a bit of tissue paper or kitchen roll or cotton wool, dampen it, add your cress seeds and keep it moist.
So we hope that you've learned a little bit about growing your own seeds, and you can buy packets of seeds in most supermarkets at this time of year as well, so it's all fairly straightforward. We would love to see the seeds that you plant. So if you take any pictures of you planting your seeds or them starting to grow, you can pop them on the Facebook page underneath the video, and we'd really like to look at them, wouldn't we, Oscar? You could help me with that. We could do little likes, couldn't we, on all of the pictures? You'll think about that one. So we look forward to catching up with everyone next week. Okay, enjoy springing into nature.